repetition that should be seen, you know, by you people, especially when the film is in for Best Director, Best Cinematography, and Best Film. Those films must be seen by you so that you can also understand our justifications, because sometimes people say to me, but this film should have come into it, and oh, this film. But what they are looking for is not what maybe an average person is looking for. At the bottom and at the back end of the jury members of AMAA is they're also their reputation. Do you know what I mean? If a film that wins at AMAA cannot travel post-AMAA, there's a major problem. Do you know what I mean? That means that all you people who are jury members, you people don't know what you're doing, because you should be able to actually curate that film for your own festival. So that is why some of the films that actually do make it, you'll find them in something like, you know, the BFI or Venice or wherever. Because what happens also is like what I keep trying to say to filmmakers in Nigeria, you don't have to rush and bring your film out. There is a way of bringing films out so that you get the international mileage. When you've done your film in Nigeria and you immediately premiere it here and then you release it here into the cinema, you limit your ability to make that film travel. That's the truth. You might do a press release of your film, as in show it to certain people, but once you show it and then people start to comment on your film, not even understanding it. And you also have to understand, with due respect to the Nigerian audience, we have like a preset audience. There are audiences in Nigeria that will never understand certain films. So let's not, you know, let's not excuse it, but that's the reality. And so those people, that thing you're looking at, quality, the control, they're not thinking about it. You know, it's like, I remember when Wives on Strike, the first one came out, I didn't understand what it was. I was at the mall, and I actually went to watch it because it was a colleague's film. Do you know what I mean? But I saw women with their friends, and I mean, not the regular film goers, you know, when I'll say to you, okay, that pepper, the woman that grinds the pepper for you, going to cinema to watch it, because it was something that she could relate to. So you have to remember that the audience, that same woman is not going to watch a Vaya. Neither is she going to watch Roti. Do you know what I mean? I'm just giving you the Nigerian audience thing. It's the same reason why we must never try to generalize our audience. Nigeria is the most mixed bag of audiences I know, because of also the way the average Nigerian has been brought up. We have a country that is very, it's like this, it's up and down and middle. There are those that were brought up in a particular way, so you have the upper middle class. You have those that were born into the upper middle class but are not in the upper middle class but have just stayed at a particular way. And those people will tell you, oh, I don't watch Nigerian films. And that's the general statement. But then when they see a particular film that a lot of people are trooping out to see, they will say to you, oh, wow. Now let me give an example. I'm Nigerian British. So I couldn't really totally relate to maybe the wedding party. That's my person. But I totally loved Royal Hibiscus Hotel because it had total British humor. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of people might say, how do you understand that? But I thought that was, for me, as somebody who, the humor was very British for me and Royal Hibiscus Hotel. And I could understand it, I could relate to it. I may not be able to relate to certain other comedies in the same way, but that is just showing your different upbringing and different understandings of quality of films. Everybody has a different sense of humor. Certain things may not be of the same style to me or whatever, but I think that as writers in the art, your ability to watch all the mixtures of films and to show the audience, I also feel that where I feel that the journalists are also not doing the job is a balanced review of some of these films, because it's not only comedy that works. Nigerian audiences are mixed. totally mixed. I mean, I think that we watch everything and anything. So the foundation of any product, especially in the film industry, is your script. And if your script is not being torn apart, put together, no matter what you get on set to shoot, it's just remember that these people who are on the jury are seeing so many films. Even Nigeria has, we have a slight advantage. I think we have 3 Nigerians on that jury. Do you understand? Yeah, we do. On the Academy of Jurors, we actually have 3 Nigerians on the Academy of Jurors. And so that's an advantage. So if they are not able to defend those things, then, I mean, Honorable Steve Ayorinde is on the jury, Professor Kwazi is there, and then Shaibu Hussein. These are 3 people that have also created the film industry. Like, I met Steve probably, oh God, I've known Steve Ayorinde for close to 20 odd years, because he used to be in the circuits. He used to be, I met him in Cannes many, many years ago. So it's like, he's always been in the film industry circuit for many years. So if he is there, and all these other people are there, and they are also seeing this film, they should be able to defend the quality control. Do you understand? And if they're not able to, then there is something wrong or something that we should look at. So let me just say elements of the film that any jury member is going to look at. Did the story work? Is it something that could have been told in a shorter time? Do you understand? Do we use pictures or more than words? We also, I mean, they've also learned, we've had to also make our jury members understand the Nigerian way of making films. We talk a lot as human beings, so our films also reflect that about us. Yeah, dialogue is one of those things. But even then, you have to remember that your audience is not just Nigeria. Your audience is, first of all, Africa, and then the rest of the world. So a film that you want to see, the question somebody will ask you is, okay, you watch American films and you can relate to it, right? Why can't you watch a Nigerian film and just relate to it? That's the benchmark. Quality control is sound, your cinematography, your dialogue, so your scripting must be fundamentally right. So if those things just don't work.
Yes, from the conversation, I also gathered that you're extremely passionate about distribution. It's going to be one of the main topic you'll be speaking at you spoke about DVDs and VCDs and everything. Since you're going to be having this conversation at the AMAA in Kigali, are these challenges for DVDs and VCDs? Because from what you have said, chances are people, producers will start with visiting the secure, let's say, distribute and release again. But the challenges are still there. How much attention will be given to the challenges that have been identified initially, so that we don't draw or encourage people to go and do the same thing that have caused serious challenges initially?
There's never been like a plan where the film comes out and it's moved out to everywhere. And unless you have that plan, it's not. But the pirates do. He has the person who is flying the ones to East Africa. He has the person who is flying the ones to West Africa. Pirates is even what made Nollywood popular. So let's understand that piracy is something that the US, everybody, but we have to learn about windows, okay? There's some places where VHS is still a big luxury. Yeah, because, okay, we talk about our flat plasma screen. Brilliant. But I still saw box, you know those kind of box TV sets that we had 10 years ago in most of our houses? Those were mostly what I saw in certain parts of Sierra Leone. And I'm not talking about the city center, because I didn't just go to the city centers. I went around the villages, because there's no point going to a place and just going to the city center. It's like when people say to me, oh, about Rwanda, oh, maybe what you're just seeing is in Kigali. I said, no, forget that. I have traveled, like last year, I decided I was in Rwanda during the elections, and there was a reason for that. Because I wanted to see whether people actually believed the hype on Kigali, the president. And you would go to villages, And you would see in the villages that there are no potholes. They're trying to live in normal areas, and there are roads and there's water, but there are still problems. There are flooding problems. But what they have is an emergency situation that, you know, an emergency company that can relate to emergencies quickly enough. We cannot make the GDP grow if we don't take cognizance of the whole country as a whole and the dynamics of the whole country. Even if you look at Nigeria, even in Lagos, there are parts of Lagos that mix with Ogun State that you can't go to because of the road.
So growing up, we used to hear of the AMAA, we're like very excited, we can't wait to know who won and who didn't win and all that.
For me, I think it will come back when we start to make sure that people actually see some of these films that we are awarded. Do you understand what I mean? I mean, sometimes I look at what people are watching at the cinemas here, and I'm wondering, okay, what if another film comes out, right?
What kind of support, does AMAA, have for those journalists? I mean, as per accommodation and all of it. What kind of?
Oh yeah, we're doing accommodation. That, like I said, is something. Because I'm not doing that.
Yeah, well, I think they'll also now know why we're doing Rwanda and that we're ready to go and that AMAA will be held, and we're looking forward to having a very fantastic event.
Now, what will make this upcoming AMAA in Kigali unique? What difference are you planning?
I don't know about unique. I think the fact that it will be in Rwanda is going to be one of the beautiful things, because Rwanda is a very beautiful city, and I mean a beautiful country, and Kigali is very beautiful. So we also are looking forward to just the fact that, sometimes when you travel and you have everybody together, you can all sit down away from the stress. It's going to be like a holiday as well for everybody. So I'm looking forward to the gathering of friends and filmmakers, and just the chance that we're all going to be able to sit down and talk and relax.
So what plans do you have coming up soon after the AMAA award?
Oh, then I'll be releasing my book finally. I can then just spend time. I've finished the book, but I just haven't released it. So after AMAA, I will bring out my book that I've worked on. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
As a filmmaker, my film have won about 3 AMAA awards in Port Harcourt, A Soldier Story. And what we try to do different this time is make films for the global market. We're happy that our sister Genevieve have done something close to that. Not that Genevieve movie is the first original acquired Netflix movie. It's still on Netflix as we speak. But what that means is that it's a bigger market for everybody. Now, Smith Global is coming to AMAA for that purpose alone. They want to acquire African content. And Mr. Chooks earlier had touched something. You're going to watch a whole lot of films from other awards, and you see the glamour, but you don't see the Nigerian content taking advantage of what AMAA, the platform AMAA have created. So if you go to that kind of event and we don't have the films from Nigeria, we're going to lose out. Because they're going to come and see films like Via and buy it from South Africa, and we'll be whining. They don't want to buy films that we just laugh at the theater and walk away. So we decided to say it's time that filmmakers will come together. Filmmaking is not Okeke and Sons business. I've always said that. It's a collaboration business. If you watch a film, you're going to see in association with, in collaboration with. And Nigerian filmmakers want to make those films by themselves alone. You can't do it. You must be able to learn how to make films in association with people. Because where you're good, somebody might be better. And that's what those films that I've done from other African countries have taken advantage of. And they're coming in, and he's our brother that is in South Africa making films, because he has people that could collaborate with. He doesn't want to do it alone. But here, it's either you're doing it on your own, or even when you do it on your own, people are running you down. So the advantage of the African Cinema Business Roundtable in Kigali, which is being organized by AMAA, is for films, and I keep saying the films from Nigeria to take advantage to showcase our product to the world. So the world can become our market, not only Nigerian cinema. Nigerian cinemas are just 36 of them in Nigeria, and 4 across West Africa, 3 in Ghana, 1 in Liberia. That's not big enough for the kind of things we want to do. We want to take advantage of what AMAA is presenting in Kigali, to go to Kigali is going to cost each filmmaker about $1,200. And I don't think that's too much of the money to spend to go there and be able to market your product to the world, except you don't have the product that the world can buy. So I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy that I'm taking advantage of it. I hope other filmmakers and other investors in the film industry can take advantage of it, and I appreciate the press for being here, and I hope to see you all in Kigali.